Welterweight bout, Kiefer Crosbie coming in at plus 120 against Kevin Jousset, sitting at minus 150 over under 1.5 rounds, minus 170 for the over, plus 140 for the under. Jousset, he's from France, but he trains at City Kickboxing. And part of the reason why he's on this card, Kiefer Crosbie out of SBG Ireland. You see the Irish flag there. 33 years of age for him, making his UFC debut. Both men are making their UFC debut. So a couple of debuters to start off the card. An interesting scrap. Not really sure why it's on the card. Maybe just to beef it up. I don't really think either of these guys has some crazy future in the UFC. Kiefer Crosbie has had 7 fights in Bellator. Not sure why they didn't want to keep him around, but the fact that he's getting picked up by the UFC after the Bellator was like, don't really need you anymore, probably says everything that you need to know. But he does have a win over Alex Oliveira, Cowboy Oliveira, back in April. Knocked him out in the first round. The thing with Kiefer Crosbie is he's going to fight like a dog. Basically, he's just going to get in some type of dog fight with you, throw some hands, and that's going to be it. Kevin Jousset, City Kickboxing, but like you watch his kickboxing, it's nothing crazy. It's really nothing crazy. It's almost like it's a second nature to him to like go out there and get into a cage fight. It doesn't really, when I watch him, I don't really see like anything crazy. He does have some crazy judo throws though. I don't know if you saw that on film, but if you get in the clinch with Kevin Jousset, like he's going to throw your ass and you're going to land up on your head. So Kiefer Crosbie better be ready for that. Jousset does have a good amount of finishes, 4 to be exact, and then 4 by decision. It's only lost, or got 2 losses, 1 by split, and the other is to Jack Della Maddalena, round 2 doctor stoppage. So interesting scrap. Who you got on this one?
Yeah, you look at Jousset, and I think he's probably the more methodical fighter of the two, like on the feet. Like you mentioned, his kickboxing doesn't blow you away, but he does look decently technical. He's fought decent competition lately too. I'm not going to pronounce his name. I'm going to try Gagnol Nolo, 11-1 in Hex Fight Series. Beats a guy who's 12-6. At least the guy had some experience. And Kit Campbell, but you know he's got experience against guys like Jack Della Maddalena. He's fought decent competition, but for Kiefer Crosbie, I feel like he could come in and he's the fighter that wants to bite down on the mouthpiece and just get in these exchanges with you and hope something connects. Like that could overpower or overwhelm a guy like Jousset who wants to fight more technical and stuff. And so if they get in a brawl, like this is Kiefer Crosbie has a chance to land something big and hurt him or put him away. I do worry about Kiefer Crosbie doing that too early and too often and kind of blowing the gas tank and then Jousset kind of picking him apart as the fight goes on. I like that Jousset's at home here. He's a City Kickboxing guy. I feel like a lot of people are going to be rooting for him, and he's just it could be one of those City Kickboxing cards where all these guys start racking up wins. But you got to be careful with Kiefer Crosbie because you've watched film on him. You see him come in there, and when he bites down on the mouthpiece, like he swings. So I do think Jousset, though, more technical. I think if he just survives an earlier storm, he'll probably cruise to a win here. So I'm going to take him for the pick.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing the same things. Like Crosbie probably live early. Jousset can settle in and make it a little bit more of a technical match. Maybe even mix in those judo throws and look for some takedowns. That would probably help him. I was watching Israel Adesanya's YouTube, and Eugene Behrman was saying that Jousset was getting the better of Israel Adesanya the other day. So who knows? Maybe he's making some good improvements.
Might be a hype job.
Yeah, I would think so. Because they like announced that he got signed to the UFC in that video or whatever. He's like, yeah, he's been putting in some good work with Izzy. I got the better of him the other day. I was like, yeah, I don't know about that one, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Jousset. It's 2 newcomers. It's not like you can get too carried away with this one, but he's gonna be the pick for me. And that is the picks for UFC 293.